The World Cup is officially upon us, so I thought we'd take a look back at a hidden gem of a football video game, one that is 20 years old now, which is both exciting and depressing. Back in the day, before FIFA Ultimate Team and extortionate ticket prices were popular, FIFA and EA Sports had other ways to extract more money from football fans. Rather than adding a World Cup mode or a Euros mode to the main FIFA football game, every 2 years a standalone football game to accompany a tournament would be released. I want to play a few of these, and we're starting in Deutschland. So without further ado, my name's Stuart, I don't know ball, and this is the FIFA World Cup 2006 in Germany. I'm going to play through a full World Cup campaign as England. But before we get to Germany, we need to go through qualifying. Our first match is away to Austria. Only one goal separates the sides in this one, as Steven Gerrard curls a shot past Jerzy Dudek. Next up, we're away to Poland. A 0-0 draw in this game, with England's best effort coming when Frank Lampard hit the post from range. Qualifier number 3 is at home to Wales. Michael Owen opens the scoring for England, with Jermaine Defoe rounding off a comfortable 2-0 win. Next up, England are away to Azerbaijan. Wayne Rooney scores the first to make it 1-0. And then Rooney would get his second, and the game ends 2-0. Back to England as we host Northern Ireland. Beckham's cross is met by the header of Owen, which beats the goalkeeper. Darius Vassell scores a header to double England's lead. And Vassell would complete the 3-0 win for England, after sliding in to score a rebound after his first shot hit the post. And next is Azerbaijan at home. Frank Lampard scores with his first goal of qualifying with this magnificent long shot. Then Owen would seal the victory for England with a brilliant goal of his own. Next up, England are away to Wales. Only one goal in this game, but what a goal it was from Steven Gerrard. Qualifier number 8 is England away to Northern Ireland. Lampard sets up Gerrard for a header to make it 1-0. And Lampard would score a screamer to round off a 2-0 victory. Our penultimate qualifier is at home to Austria. Joe Cole's cross is headed in by Peter Crouch to make it 1-0, and Wayne Rooney slots home from close range to win the game 2-0. Our last match in qualifying is at Wembley Stadium against Poland. Beckham scores first after turning the defender and side-footing the ball past Jerzy Dudek. Beckham gets a second with a powerful curling shot from outside the box. Owen gets in on the act to make it 3-0, and Beckham would make it 4 with a precision shot from a tight angle. A hat-trick for Beckham and the match ends 4-0. England are going through to the World Cup finals in Germany. So let's get into it. England's first game of this 2006 campaign is against Senegal. Oh, hello! It's been a long time since I've done this. In fact, I think the last time that I played a football game while talking to camera was around, about 6 months ago at this point. But I am back, and I don't know ball is back. Just for a little bit, just during the World Cup, and we had to do this for the World Cup. We are playing through, oh, go on, Crouchy. We are playing through some old school, retro, classic World Cup games. Something that they don't make anymore, and they haven't made since 2014 for the Brazil World Cup. And yeah, full disclosure, you can see right now this is in glorious 4:3 aspect ratio, because this is the PS2 version of the FIFA World Cup Germany 2006. Joe Cole coming down here to Rooney. Crouch, go on, mate. What a goal. What a goal for Crouchy. I was supposed to be playing the Xbox 360 version of this, but I'll hold my hands up. I wanted to get this recorded. I've been wanting and trying to find the time to play this game for about 2 months now. This has been on my radar, and I've actually bought this game about, well, before the original run of I Don't Know Ball finished about 6 months ago. and I only just tested it at time of recording yesterday, and the disc is fucked. It's warped or sun damaged or something. So I managed to play a few matches on it, and it just was unreadable. And then I checked the other ones, because I've also got coming up the 2010 World Cup in South Africa and the 2014 for Brazil, all on the Xbox 360. The 2010 doesn't work, but the 2014 looks brand spanking new and should work. So we should be ending this sort of mini series on a little high. But I am going to be playing through them through one way or another. I will be playing through them. I'll be playing the PlayStation 2 version of this, the PlayStation 3 version of 2010, and the Xbox 360 version of 2014. So we've got a lot coming up here. The way we're playing through this today, or through this video, is I'm going to do this as one big video, simulating or playing through, oh, Crouchy with the volley there, playing through the entire tournament in this video. We've already been through the qualifying, we're now into the group stages of the World Cup, and you're going to have me throughout the entire finals here. With the other two games, we're going to do it a little bit differently. They're going to be coming in two parts. So for 2010 and 2014, you're going to have one video for qualifying and then one video for the finals each. The reason why we're doing it like that is because I wanted to do it on the quickest, like shortest time half possible for this game. And for this game, the shortest half you can do is 2 minutes. So we're going to be rapid fire through this tournament. They're going to be, hopefully, decent-ish scoring games. I've been playing it on like that, 2 minute halves throughout the qualifying. So it should be somewhat high scoring, you would hope. We're already 1-0 up against Senegal. Right, Lampard. But for the other two games, the shortest you can do it is 4 minute halves. Right, Phillips. Getting the ball in. Crouch with the header down, but wide. Also, what I did realise as well, interesting thing about this game, the 2006 Germany World Cup. Oh, we've got a corner. Sweet. Is it came out on the PlayStation 2, came out on the came out on the PlayStation 2, came out on the original Xbox, and it came out on the Xbox 360. But it never came out on the PlayStation 3 for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. It might have been because, actually, was it in that weird sort of interim period where the Xbox 360 was released first? So there was just like a few games that never came out for the PS3. The only difference is, from playing it, and I played enough matches on the Xbox 360 version to find this out. The only real difference is the grass. The grass is slightly better rendered, slightly better 3D on the Xbox 360 version. But on this video, it's widescreen. And there's no widescreen patch for this PS2 version that I've got. So unfortunately, this will be the only video. Hopefully, this will be the only video in this series which is in this aspect ratio. Whoa, Crouch nearly with the header here. I'm not massively happy with my squad selection. We'll get into that in a little bit. But as you can see, we've got Crouch up front. This is at a period in time for England where that golden generation was just kind of winding down. Not even winding down. This should have been their absolute peak. But they were winding down. And you'll see this. I don't want to give too much away. I'm really excited. Rooney might get a goal here, though. He has got a goal. It's 2-0 to England. I don't want to give too much away, but I've had a playthrough of the 2010. I've had a playthrough of the 2014 as well, and the squads get. I don't want to be disrespectful to the players because they're obviously like super talented, far more talented than I ever will be, but the squads do get sadder. Let's just put it that way. They get, suddenly all the big sort of megastars do start disappearing. But we'll get into that. We'll get into that in the next game. For now, it's a decent start to this World Cup. Rooney scored. Crouchy scored. It's England 2, Senegal 0. Our second match in the group stage of the World Cup is against the Czech Republic. This is likely to be our biggest test of the group stages. We've already beaten Senegal. We only played them once in the group stages, whereas in qualifying it was two games each, one home, one away. But obviously, because this is hosted in Germany, every single match is going to be played just the once. So England versus the Czech Republic. This is likely going to be our biggest test of the group stages. But I think it's beatable. I think it's more than beatable, to be honest with you. And I was saying before, I'm not massively happy with... Go on, Gerrard. Oh, he's at the post. I'm not massively happy with the squad selection. I don't think it was my fault necessarily, but it wouldn't let me properly pick the squad. It was being very it's very janky, the menu system in this game. I will say that. So we're completely lopsided. We've got way too many strikers. I'm playing with a formation where we're basically playing with one, potentially two strikers, like centre forward. We've got Rooney as a centre forward. Oh, he's at the post as well. So yeah, we've got way too many strikers, and they're not going to get played. Like, no offense to Crystal Palace legend Andy Johnson, but I can't see him getting a game at this World Cup. Owen's a bit of a cheat code in this game. 1-0. 1-0 to England. Michael Owen scores. Happy with that. Well chuffed with that. So yeah, I'm trying to rotate the squad as much as possible. We've got Ledley King on the subs bench. We've got the likes of Jermaine Defoe and Peter Crouch, who scored in the last game, on the bench. Owen Hargreaves and Sean Wright-Phillips. They are our only two midfield options apart from the four that we've started with. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we don't get any injuries when there is one of these games. And again, I don't want to give away which one it is, but there's a star player for England, and I had to play through. I was playing through the qualifying. I was playing through some of the qualifying at least in that game, and this particular player, who was never injury prone to my knowledge throughout his career, got injured 3 times. So I'm a little bit worried that the referee, there's one of the games as well, the referee is very, very trigger happy. So I need to be careful with these games. I'm impressed with myself, really. I'm not playing this on the most difficult of difficulty settings because I'm playing 3 games as I'm recording these. I'm playing 3 football games simultaneously. All 3 of them have ever so slightly different control systems. Gerrard with the goal. What a goal it was as well. Need to have another look at that. We're having another look at that. So in this game, completely different because this is the oldest of the ones we're playing. And if I get time, but I'm not making any promises here. If I get time, I'll have a look at the 2002 World Cup game as well. But that's not on my radar. The 3 that I want to play, 2006, 2010, 2014. Look at this goal. Keeper had no chance here. Keeper had no chance. But yeah, in this game, because it's the oldest, it's got the older button configuration. So to switch players, and again, muscle memory is such a strong thing in all video games. But if you play one football game year to the next, if you play like an FC or FIFA 1 year on from the next, the controls don't really deviate that much these days. So I know what it is now because I keep on pressing it. L1 to change player when you're off the ball. It's not L1, it's A for Xbox or X for PlayStation. And I think I've now got into the habit where I've just started pressing both. And there's a different button for sprint. I can't even remember what the sprint button is in regular games. Beckham with the ball in. I think that's Owen. Because this is a PS2 game, and the Xbox 360 game, the models all look exactly the same as this. From a distance, everyone looks like Steven Gerrard. But that wasn't Gerrard, was it? That was Owen. I'm getting real nostalgia now, playing through this and seeing all the old names that I recognise as well. There's Thomas Rosicky, who's playing for... Ooh. And there's Petr Cech in this game as well. Go on. Beckham with the ball in. Owen with a header. Decent. Hit the... I think the keeper just about got a save to that. Tipped it onto the post. Another 2-0 victory for England it's going to look like, unless we can get something here. And it's a... Nah, it's a poor ball. Poor ball from Steven Gerrard. Likely going to end now. Decent. Yeah, thought I'd get away with that. There's some tackles in this game where I've done exactly that, what you just saw. Perfectly clean challenge. And it's been a yellow or a red card. So I do need to be careful. But we got away with it. It's England 2, Czech Republic 0. The last match of the group stage is against Japan. 2 wins out of 2 in the group stages so far. But it's not over yet. Obviously, I think we've pretty much qualified. We've pretty much qualified for the knockout stages of this World Cup. But... you never know. You never know. I would like, obviously, to finish top of the group. Defoe, he's in space already. What a goal to open up this game. You would think it's all sewn up at this point. It's going to take something catastrophic for us to not finish top of the group now. So we're top. Senegal and Czech Republic are both on 3 points. Japan has 0 points, so it would take something really catastrophic. Defoe, in his first game in this World Cup, nicks the ball off the defender, miles of space, miles of room, and still elects to go for a long shot. This is what I found as well with this game as well. You're going to be seeing... you might see a bit of this. You might see a bit of this, but basically, I'm awful at just like one-on-ones with a keeper, and I think I've actually got 2 since you've been watching me play this, Gerrard. But these worldies, they're coming in thick and fast, and Gerrard, that's his second in this World Cup now. What a goal that is. We need to see that again. Set up by Defoe. Out to Gerrard, takes one touch and then boots it into the net. Love to see it. Right. Yeah, I'm either headers or worldies. They're the 2 goals that seem to be, I'll say easiest, but they seem to be easier for me, let's say. I'm sure there's people playing this or people watching this that have played this game and think, oh, there's an easier way to do it. That's a decent run on by Defoe. He has got pace. Lampard. Can he find space? He can. 3-0 England. Right, we're finishing top of this group. We're finishing top of this group. It's not even half time yet. 3-0 up. This could be embarrassing for Japan here. Feel bad, but not really. This is a competition. We're in it to win it. I'm really enjoying this. It's been a long time since I've been doing these football videos. Oh, are there going to be any more beyond these World Cup games? Yeah, absolutely. But it is find that balance and finding the time to do it. Go on, have another go. Have a go from distance. I thought that was in then. Actually thought that might have been in. How close was that? It's curling the wrong way. It's curling the wrong way. Just away from goal. Not too far out though. Yeah, I've just been busy. Busy playing indie games and doing indie game reviews on the channel. which you should check out, by the way. There's a lot coming up. In fact, at the time of this video's release, we are coming up to Steam Next Fest. And both on the Twitch channel and on the YouTube channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of shorts for indie games, new indie demos, and also playing through some of those demos live. Oh, it's awful by Defoe. What are you doing? There is a bit of a difficulty curve, or at least there was when I started playing this. When I started playing this game, as soon as I got against a top 5 or a top 10 opposing team, then things got very, very, very difficult. That's a poor ball in from Gerrard, but Lampard's won it back. 1-on-1. 4-0. Oh, the showboat celebration. Why not? This team should have done so much more during this World Cup. But I think it was... I'm trying to remember because I haven't done any sort of research. I will do between the matches, but I can't really remember an awful lot about this World Cup, apart from the fact that some of the squad, they're a bit snake bit, for lack of a better term. I think Rooney was coming into this tournament somewhat injured. I think Beckham was coming into this tournament injured. I think the players as well really struggled from the heat as well, because it was blistering hot in Germany during the World Cup this year. And there was one match, and I think it was England versus Ecuador in the group stages. What a goal that is. Who scored that? Beckham with the corner. Joe Cole with the header. Beckham scored a free kick. I think it was against Ecuador. And then it was very well cut from the TV broadcast. But instead of celebrating, he went over to the side of the pitch, bent down, and threw up. And that was kind of the story of that World Cup. I can't remember who... Was it that year that we were knocked out by Germany? I'm going to have a look. I mean, in between the matches, I'm going to have a look, and we'll go through England's run in this World Cup. I just keep on getting my times mixed up a little bit. I remember a lot more about 2014. Obviously, we'll get there when we play 2014. Defoe. Again, that one-on-one. Just fall down with that one-on-one. That should have been nailed on goal for Jermaine Defoe there. And he managed to mess it up. Hargreaves chasing. Can't get it. 90th minute now. Oh, that might be a red. It's at least a yellow. Yellow for Gerrard. And they're banging at free kicks. The CPU on this game are banging at free kicks. Especially this is Shinsuke Nakamura. Not that Shinsuke Nakamura. Celtic legend Shinsuke Nakamura. That's not too bad. We might even get another opportunity here before this game ends. Joe Cole running down. Go on. Oh, I went for the skill, but I was too close to the keeper and I panicked. That was awful. But I feel like I might be getting better at this game. Because that is the highest scoring match that I've played in so far. And it's Japan 0, England 5. And we're through to the finals, or through to the knockout stages. First knockout game now. It's England versus Greece. Okay, so I've refamiliarised myself with what England did during this World Cup, and I was wrong. I was kind of right, but I was wrong. Loads happened during this World Cup. Pretty standard for this era of England. We were underperforming, I think is the right way to put it, in the group stages, but still better than I think most of the time. I think 2002 we had 1 win, 1 draw. What a turn for Crouch. 1-0. One win, one draw, and one loss, I think. Or it was one win and two draws in 2002. And I think it was definitely one win, one draw, and one loss at Euro 2004. But this one, we beat Paraguay 1-0. Scrappy game. Own goal to win it. And then the second game, we beat Trinidad and Tobago. I think Shaka Hislop might have been the West Ham legend. West Ham legend Shaka Hislop was the goalkeeper of that match, I think, for Trinidad and Tobago. And England won that 2-0. Again, I don't think it was majorly convincing, but 2-0's 2-0. And then in the third group match was the 2-2 draw against Sweden, which is where Joe Cole scored one of, I'll say it, one of the best goals I have ever seen for England. I think I was always under the impression that goal kind of flew under the radar and people have forgotten about it, but more and more people seem to be talking about it. Oh, so it's unlucky for Greece there. It's really unlucky for Greece there, because I'm pretty sure Peter Crouch's header, his second goal, took a massive deflection off a defender. No, it didn't. It was Wright Phillips with a header, and it bounced off of Peter Crouch's arse. We'll take it. We'll take it. A goal's a goal. Look at that. Header. Might come off his arm there. Hand of Crouch. Not bad. Yeah, I was under the impression that Joe Cole goal, and if you haven't seen it, just type in Joe Cole goal Sweden, and so many videos of that will pop up now. I was under the impression that goal was kind of lost to time, but I've seen people describe it as one of the greatest World Cup goals ever. Not entirely sure about it. It's a great goal. It's a really, really good goal. It's just one of those where, if you haven't seen it, he chests it down. In my mind, it's been a while since I've watched it, maybe about 40 yards out. It's really far out, but he chests it down and volleys it. But it's the way that the ball travelled. It's curving in the air. It's really high up. It was really difficult for the goalkeeper to telegraph, and the keeper might have even got a hand to it from memory. But it's a really, really, really good goal. I think England were... Now have a look, actually, because in my mind, we were 1-0 up, then it was 1-1, then we were 2-1 up, then it was 2-2. But I'm not entirely sure. Yeah, and it was right at the last as well. Joe Cole scored in the 34th minute. All back for Sweden. Scored in the 51st minute. Then Gerrard scored what I assume we thought would have been the winner in the 85th minute. And then it says Larsson, so I don't know which Larsson it is. Could be Sebastian Larsson. Could be Henrik Larsson in 2006. I will have to double check that. But scored in the 90th. Right, Hargreaves, Crouch. Oh, another deflection. Might be offside, Rooney. No? Didn't even touch Rooney according to the ref. That's fine. And then in the group stage, it was in the knockout stages, sorry, that England faced Ecuador and Beckham scored a free kick. It wasn't the best free kick. It wasn't the greatest free kick, but it was a goal and it was a 1-0 victory and it was really hot and Beckham threw up on the pitch. Straight to Crouch here. Crouch, 1 against 6. 1 against 6. Needs some reinforcements. Hargreaves spreading out wide to Joe Cole. First touch, not good enough. We are 2-0 up though. So I think we're safe. We are safe. Less than a minute of real-time action here till the end of this match. I would rather... It'd be quite nice not to concede a single goal in this World Cup, but we shall see. Come on. I can't get a hook on the players. Rob Green in goal got saved there by an absolutely terrible shot in the end, but beat my entire team. Right, Ledley King to Lampard. Wright Phillips charging down the right-hand side. Crouches in space. It's not good enough. Straight to the defender. Neville. Can we have a go with Neville? No. Wright Phillips hasn't really... Wright Phillips has scored a lot of good goals in the early portion of his career, I seem to remember, for Man City. Can't remember him ever scoring like a screamer. But he was really good dribbler, young, fearless. And then, if memory serves me correctly, he got an absolutely cushy deal playing for Queen's Park Rangers and basically got paid about £100,000 a week to not even play. Just sat on the bench for the longest time. Yeah. England 2, Greece 0. I'm jealous. Quarter-final time. England's opponents are Serbia and Montenegro. Feel bad. I feel bad for disrespecting this man here. Crystal Palace legend Andy Johnson, who never really got a full opportunity run out with England. Just because he scored here. He has scored here. It's 1-0. He never really got a full run out for England, did Andy Johnson. I did disrespect him earlier by saying I wasn't going to play him. And you know what? I am playing him right now for two reasons. I realised why I may have subconsciously disrespected him, because he scored the winner in the playoff final against West Ham United, when West Ham United got relegated for the first out of 3 times in my lifetime. The playoff final, Crystal Palace versus West Ham, Andy Johnson scored. I think he scored 2 that day. He definitely scored the winner, and he was rampant in the Championship, and he was pretty decent in the Prem as well. He was pretty decent in the Prem, to the point where he did get an England call-up. Beckham, ball in to nobody. So yeah, I don't... Oh, you pressed the wrong button! So yeah, I don't do tribalism with wrestling, and I certainly won't do tribalism with football. Unless it's Tottenham, then it's fair game, I think. But the other reason is... Oh, terrible shot. Speculative effort. Our opponents today are Serbia and Montenegro. And again, no disrespect to Serbia and Montenegro. But having a look at the other games that have happened during this World Cup, I will let you know. The other quarterfinals. Germany have beaten the Ivory Coast. Ivory Coast... decent-ish team around this point. Oh, Andy Johnson just hit the post. They had a couple of good players. I know Drogba, I think, was up front for the Ivory Coast around this time, and he was fantastic. Ledley King, out to Joe Cole. Ball in. Oh, unfortunate. Wide. In the other matches, Italy, who, spoilers, they did win the World Cup in this year, in 2006. Italy have knocked out Spain, and the Netherlands have knocked out Argentina. So it's going to be an all-European affair for the semi-finals. Beckham's ball in. Andy Johnson, who was decent with his head, scored a lot of headed goals for Crystal Palace. Couldn't get on the end of that one. But it is half-time. It's all looking good right now. I'm assuming that England win... if we get through this game, if we win this game, I'm assuming we will play Italy in that semi-final, which will be good. That'll be our biggest test. And I was kind of expecting things to get real by this point, because in real life, in 2006, in this point in the quarterfinals, England faced off against Portugal, and that was another big moment that happened in this World Cup for England. It was a decent competitive match from what I remember. Being, how old have I been? 13 years old. It ended 0-0, and Portugal end up just smashing England on penalties. I think it was like 3-0 or 3-1 or 4-1. It was very lopsided for a penalty shootout, unfortunately. But that was the infamous game, or the game with the infamous moment, where, if I get the players right here, it was Wayne Rooney that stamped on Carvalho's ankle and got sent off because the entire team were winding him up. But I will talk about that bit more in the next game. For now, it's Serbia and Montenegro. Oh no! Ignore me. Ignore me! It's just substitution. I'm talking about it now. Still have 10 minutes to go and get ahead of myself. Yeah, the entire Portugal team were just winding Wayne Rooney up. Probably because, and again, this is, I think, a lot of it's conjecture, but there was an instant when Ronaldo was walking over to the bench and he winked at the bench, and then he became a public enemy, thanks to the tabloid newspapers, for around 2 weeks, and then everyone forgot about it. Right, Neville. Forward to nobody, but Lampard tried to win it back, couldn't though. A lot closer this game than I thought it was going to be. A lot closer than I thought it was going to be. Sol Campbell, it's all over. But a win's a win, and the man I disrespected, apologies, Mr. Andrew Johnson, for getting the winning goal as England beat Serbia and Montenegro 1-0. A tough test in the semi-final now as England take on the Netherlands. Okay, I was wrong. We are facing off today against the Netherlands. And I've put out our strongest team today. I said that Michael Owen was a cheat code in this game. And this is just his second match of the tournament. We haven't really needed the cheat code until now. I'm very wary, by the way, that these matches may not seem ultra competitive because of the difficulty setting, but in this game, on the PS2 version at least, there were 3 difficulty settings, and it was easy, medium, or hard, or whatever they were called, beginner, intermediate, professional, whatever they called it in this game. And I've tried all 3 off camera, and on easy mode, I could literally play it one-handed. Just literally walk it in, play it one-handed. Not like that though. Beckham gives it away, wins it back. Get a ball in, go on, get a goal. Not even close. Not even close to the cheat code there. Michael Owen nearly won it back. Medium, which is what we're playing this on now, which is still, I would say, relatively easy, but having short 2-minute halves certainly makes it a little bit more interesting. We're already a third through this match. England don't look like we're any closer to scoring a goal here, unless Rooney shoots wide. And then there's the difficult option, which is deathly impossible, especially when you've been playing, like me, playing more modern football titles for the last 20 years. God, this game's 20 years old. Emulate is glitching out. It's that old. Yeah. Right. Get this throw in. Get this ball. Get to half time. Still 0-0. We might have a chance here. I don't want it to get to penalties. I don't want it to get to penalties. On difficult mode, there's no point. There's no point. Defence is still strong. 1-0. I thought that was going wide. Lampard breaks the deadlock for England here. Yeah, I thought playing it on hard mode might be a little bit more competitive, but I played 3 matches against top teams, to be fair, but every single one of those matches either ended 1-1 or 0-0. So we had to have a highlight reel. I had to be scoring goals here, and we just scored one right now, just before half time. Oh wow, Dirk Kuyt and Ruud van Nistelrooy up front for the Netherlands here. This is certainly our biggest challenge of the competition so far, and it shows. They've played the best. They've been pretty rock solid in defence, but couldn't keep out Lampard. This game I've really enjoyed, but if I was to recommend playing it in 2026 for the 20-year anniversary of this game, I would recommend doing it like I've done it. 2-minute halves, keep it as short as possible, do the full tournament from start to finish. You can even, I chose to do the qualifying true to life. So it picks all of the teams that you would have, or England did face in qualifying. That might be a goal there. It's off the post. And Lampard gets a second. And we're going through to the final here. It just keeps it a bit more interesting, I think. 2-minute halves. Playable, enjoyable. Of course, if you want to, you know, ramp up the difficulty to try and make it a bit more realistic. But it's hard to do. Now we know, 20 years later, how realistic football games can get with games like, you know, FIFA 18. And then they slowly got less and less realistic. This is best treated as like an arcade style simulator of a football game at this point. But I'm happy that I was wrong. And I'm hoping, I didn't actually have a look. Didn't have a look at the results for the semi-final, the other semi-final, which would have been Germany versus Italy. But I'm hoping that Italy win. Even though Germany are the host nations, Italy did win the World Cup in this year. So you would think that... Oh, come on, get the ball off him. They are, by that rationale, the best team in the game? Or the best team in the world? And therefore the best team in the game? But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Right. Oh, decent ball forward. Michael Owen, who I said was a cheat code, has done next to nothing in this game. He hasn't scored a goal. Lampard scored 2. But it's a team performance. It does not matter. Rooney's in the box. Crowded by 3 Dutch defenders there. Come on. Right. Owen, well out of position. Rooney, again boxed in by defenders. Couldn't get anywhere near it. We'll take a throw-in. We'll take a scrappy throw-in. I haven't made any substitutions throughout this entire playthrough, I've just noticed. Because there's just no time. Gerrard, go for a shot, mate. Might as well. Might as well. From that distance, you might as well. That's another thing that I've really found very, very enjoyable about this game, is the amount of worldies that you can score in this game. And there's one of these games coming up, which I'm not going to say which one, where worldies, scoring worldies like that is back. It doesn't go away just because times have changed and football games get better. And we will see an increase in quality with the videos, and increase in quality with the football games, which is lucky, because that's not how it's how I originally planned this mini series to go, but it's not how I rewrote it in my head when the other 2 games, or when this game on the Xbox 360 wouldn't work, and then 2010 wouldn't work. I thought you were going to see a slow descent into madness throughout this series. But luckily, we're doing it in chronological order. And then potentially 2002 afterwards. But I'm not making any promises on that. Not making any promises just yet. We are in the final. It is England 2. The Netherlands 0. Idiot. It was a 3-0 victory to England, but it matters not. It's World Cup final time. England go head-to-head with Italy. So if I've done this correctly, and if I remembered, you will have just heard me do voiceover ridiculing myself because I made a mistake there. It wasn't 2-0, though we beat the Netherlands. It was 3-0. I forgot about that. Worldy that this man, who I've got highlighted here, Steven Gerrard, scored. But it does not matter now. It does not matter now. What matters now is that England are in the final against the world champions of this year, Italy. And Michael Owen has hit the post. It bobbled and hit the keeper. We nearly got off to the perfect start there, but instead it's going to be a goal kick for Italy. But do you know what? as I was saying during the last match, I've really enjoyed this. So thank you so much for watching this and making it this far and sticking with it. I'm really enjoying this, and now I'm even more excited to be playing a bit more of the other two games. Beckham. Lampard, it's 1-0. England are 1-0 up in the World Cup final. And this might be the closest I'm going to get to see England win a World Cup in my life. Let's hope not, though. I don't have much chances. I don't have much hope for England's chances in the World Cup 2026 at all. I think this might be one of the weaker all-round sides that England have had for a while. We've got some incredible players, but because a lot of those incredible players have not been on form this season, even some of the ones that were picked to go, I don't think have had the best seasons. I know like Bukayo Saka is a Champions League finalist and a Premier League winner this year, which is no mean feat, and he's an incredible player and 100% deserves to be playing for England. He still hasn't had the best of seasons individually by his standards, I think. But I honestly think that, like, I don't want to jump on the bandwagon, but Foden should be there. Trent should be there. Palmer should be there. All three of them massively inconsistent, or just not had the greatest of seasons. But the fact that Jordan Henderson is there and those three are not, I think is I'll say it. It's a fucking disgrace, really. And I can swear now on these videos because this is my fucking channel. Right, half-time, 1-0. But I've really enjoyed this game. The last retro games that I played on this series, not on this channel, and I will have to go back at some point. At some point I will, you know, make a point of going back and playing the regular from the main series. FIFA 2002, which was a major game from my childhood. 2003 as well. Oh, what a goal for Owen. I think Buffon might have gone the wrong way there. Owen went on his left. 2-0 up in the World Cup final are England. This has been a much more enjoyable experience. 2002, I don't know. That was the football game that got me into football and got me into football games. And FIFA 2002, playing that in 2026, or 2025 as it would have been when I last played it, was miserable. Really unenjoyable. Apart from when I finally did score from the halfway line, because you can do that in that game. I need to try that again. To prove that it wasn't a one-off. Right. 2-0 up. 30 minutes to go, which is probably about, what, 70 seconds at this point? About a minute to go in this World Cup final. We cannot lose it from here. We can. I've done worse in football games. But yeah, this is really enjoyable. I would recommend, if you manage to find this, again, if you've got an Xbox 360, you can find a copy that works on the Xbox 360. Obviously, it's going to be a bit more enjoyable with the widescreen and not in this delightful 4x3 box we have got here. Right, forward to Rooney. But yeah, I've really enjoyed this. Really enjoyed this. And I've, you know, spoiled it for myself at this point but I needed to test it. I needed to test the games. Right, Joe Cole, go for a goal, mate. It's going to get even more enjoyable. 2010 is a very good game. 2014 is actually a brilliant game. And it might be, I don't want to give too much away. But for reasons that will become very clear, it might be my favourite England squad of that year. And you can go back, you can Google what the England squad looked like at that point. There is one player, actually, that will remain nameless because he is, I believe, still in prison for very unsavoury things. He's in the game. He's in the squad. No, he's not in the squad. I won't put him in the squad. That was very close to being a goal for Italy there. Rob Green with the punch out. And it's all over. We managed to get away with that. Got through the whole tournament without conceding a single goal. And the closest we got to conceding a goal was in the 90th minute when we're already 2-0 up. He's Devo. He's absolutely Devo. Was that Cannavaro? Who was a proper shithouse, I think. But it's all good. I went for the strongest team in the final, apart from Rob Green in goal. Because I like Rob Green. And he had a hell of a moment there. Hell of a moment. And this is something we never got to see. We never got to see David Beckham as the England captain lifting a trophy, let alone the World Cup. But I'm really I'm impressed with this for a PS2 game. The functionality of it, and for the different sort of game options and the different sort of menu options and the way the tournament worked in this game is night and day compared to what I remember about the 2002 World Cup game. So really, really impressive. And it would have been. I'll have to go back and have a look. Actually, I don't know. I don't think 2010 came out on the PlayStation 2, but they were making PlayStation 2 games for the longest time. There's, I think, even a FIFA game where there's it was released on the PS2, PS3 and PS4, but I don't think we're going to see that for a while. But that's it. That is the end. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sticking with this. It's been a whole lot of fun. We have won the World Cup in the game. In the game, World Cup 2006 Germany. Really, really good. But for now, I will love you and leave you. Thank you very much for being here. I will see you again soon. My name's been Stuart. I don't know ball. Thank you.